he had accidentally set his clothing on fire while trying to light a bonfire in his yard. To put the flames out, John jumped into the nearby river, but he couldn't swim very well. He struggled as he floated off down the river and eventually drowned. That poor guy.
Got all the vibes. Yeah, I got all the vibes. I can't let you run. A nigga can't let you run. This rock star life got me on another high. It's fucking with my mind. All these drugs on my mind. I got all the vibes. Yeah, I got all the vibes. I can't let you run. A nigga can't let you run. This rock star life got me on another high. It's fucking with my mind. All these drugs on my mind. Getting to the back.
Good, Dark Knight Gang in this stank gang. Hey, bro, you see the title, 10 of the dumbest ways people actually died. This is about to be a great video. I'm ready to laugh. I'm ready to have a great time. I hope everybody had a good day. Have a great day. I know videos are going up a little late, but, you know, I'm running a little late today. My fault, bro. Anyway, y'all know y'all my boys. Let's just enjoy this together. Yes, you already know I'm in the clouds. I'm chilling. But let's enjoy this video together. You already know. Y'all the bros. Y'all part of the fam. Y'all part of the gang. How's school going? How's work going? How's everything going, bro? Let me know down in the comments. Y'all don't know. Listen, I'm going to be completely honest. I read most of the comments. I may not respond because responding to that many people, that's a lot. But I be reading y'all comments for the most part, man. So, like, I really feel like y'all my homies. And I see the ones that comment a lot, too. So it's really like I mess with you heavy, man. Anyway, let's just hop into this video. Shout out to the gang. Everybody have a great day. You can already tell I'm faded just by how I'm expressing myself. Let's hop into this video, man. Let's go.
Hey guys, it's Chris. From a lethal turtle to a downright murderous elephant, and even a flying fire hydrant, here are 10 of the dumbest ways to die that you won't believe. Number 10. Turtle impact. A man from Florida has been killed by a turtle. Yes, that's right, he was literally killed by a turtle. Things like this only happen in Florida, ladies and gentlemen. The turtle didn't actually go out of its way to kill this guy, though. Instead, the man hit it with his motorized bicycle while driving at night, flipping over his handlebars, and that's how he died. His name was David Curvin, 51 years old.
Somebody left that turtle shell like on Mario Kart, and the homie hit it and flipped over. Oh, damn, that's crazy. R.I.P. to the homie. My fault for making a joke out of it, but that's crazy.
Was discovered laying beside the road near his destroyed bicycle after he lost control from hitting the turtle. Local fire rescue crews responded to the scene, discovering David's body along with the body of the turtle. According to a spokesman from the Brevard County Fire Rescue, David suffered a head wound and was already dead by the time they arrived on the scene. As for the turtle, it managed to survive with a small crack at the bottom of its shell. Rescue workers said that when they arrived, it crawled away back into the wild with only minor injuries.
Oh, that turtle a G.
The autopsy afterward showed that David suffered from head trauma consistent with what happens when a person falls off of their bike. It was an incredibly rare occurrence and one of the dumbest ways to die.
Facts.
Number 9. Danger.
The turtle got away, too, with not a scratch on him. He said, bro, I do this for a living. That's crazy.
In the Alps. Albert Dyrland was a Danish YouTuber who became a statistic after he perished by plummeting off the side of a mountain in the Italian Alps while trying to film a video for his channel. Albert fell to his death on July 28th. He'd been hiking with his friends when the accident occurred. It happened at about 5 o'clock at night when Albert fell 650 feet to his doom. But why did he fall? He was hiking in part of the Dolomites, a place known for its incredibly sharp cliffs and dangerously vertical walls. He was on a designated hiking route and trying to create adventurous content for his YouTube channel, which at the time of his death had over 170,000 subscribers. This guy also had 230,000 followers on Instagram. He made fun music videos and silly comedy sketches. But like so many other people who have died recently trying to make YouTube videos and capture crazy selfies, Albert lost his life due to his dedication to his cause. It's not exactly clear how he fell off the cliff, but we do know that he was trying to film a video when it happened. Chances are he got a little too close to the edge while trying to show off for his subscribers, and then slipped all the way down to the bottom of the mountain, where he broke open like an egg. Number 8. Peeing on a
I wonder if it was him by himself. He didn't have like a cameraman there with him or none of his homies. Maybe not. Maybe not, because I'm sure that would have been included. But damn. Yeah, man. R.I.P. to the homie. I mean, I understand it. You know what I'm saying? He lived life on the edge right there for sure, for sure. That's fire. But anyway, let's keep going. Let's keep going. That sucks though.
Shark. A man has been killed at a beach in Brazil. He was killed when he got the brave idea to pee on a shark. Marcelo Rocha Santos was 51 years old. One day he was having fun and drinking with his friends when he realized he needed to go to the bathroom. It was about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so Marcelo decided to wade into the water to relieve himself, and then realized with great horror that he was literally peeing on an 8.5-foot tiger shark. And that shark really didn't appreciate the golden shower, so it attacked him. I mean, think about it from the shark's point of view. He was just minding his own business, checking out the fish, and then all of a sudden the water around him got really warm. That is gross. Come on, you'd be mad too. His friends on shore witnessed the entire thing, claiming that Marcelo was pulled underwater in a violent struggle that caused him to lose consciousness. Then the water was filled with blood. Even though Marcelo's friends jumped into the water and pulled him back to shore, it was already too late. He was bleeding, he had lost part of his arm, and a piece of his leg was also missing. He was rushed to the hospital and pronounced dead almost immediately. Now let this be a lesson to everyone. If you're at a Brazilian beach and feel the need to urinate, maybe find a bathroom or do it in a bush, not on a shark's head. Man. Number 7, elephant throwing.
R.I.P. to the homie. That's crazy. But nah, just think about that, bro. Put yourself in his shoes, man. You drunk. You lit. You lit. You and the homies, y'all out. Y'all having a great time. Like, bro, I gotta pee. The bathroom is locked. There's too many people in there. Look, I'm just gonna pee in the ocean real quick. Everybody drunk. They like, ha, 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 ha. Yeah, go ahead, bro. So, you lit. So, you know what I'm saying? You stumbling over to the ocean a little bit. You feel me? You put on your pants. You start peeing. You know when you drunk. And you standing there and you peeing, it's the best feeling in the world. And you kind of rocking back and forth. You know what I'm saying? You swaying because you lit. So you rocking back and forth. Next thing you know, something grab your leg and pull you in the ocean and kills you. That's a crazy way to go out. R.I.P. to the homie, bro. But yeah, that shark was like, nigga, I don't like that.
At a zoo in Morocco, an elephant has murdered a little girl. This is tragic and bizarre at the same time, and may be the only recorded incident in which an elephant literally committed murder. It happened at the Rabat Zoo, and to be honest, the elephant probably wasn't trying to kill the child at all. The thing is that the elephant picked up a rock with its trunk and threw it over its fence. That rock hit the little girl in the face, and it killed her, and it didn't happen immediately. She was first taken to the hospital, but within just a few hours, she was pronounced dead. The zoo made a public statement saying that the accident was rare and unpredictable and unusual. After all, elephants don't typically kill zoo visitors, never mind sniping small children with rocks. But so here's what Phyllis Lee said, the scientific director of the Amboselli Trust for Elephants. Phyllis says that elephants don't generally throw stones, and even less do they throw things at a target. However, it can happen when elephants are bored or frustrated. The elephant was probably frustrated that it had nothing to do. It threw the rock in no particular direction, and the young girl just so happened to get bumped in the head. What's the craziest thing you...
Nah, bro, here's my theory behind it. Hear me out. Listen, the elephant was bored, so he picked up the rock. He was just like, I wonder if I throw this rock at that little girl head if it'll kill it. It did a science experiment. So it did. It was like... It killed it, dude. That's crazy. And then it told all the other elephants in the zoo, like, hey, bro, like, if we really want to get out here, all we got to do is throw these rocks at niggas. Like, we'll be straight.
You've ever seen at a zoo? Let us know in the comments down below. And if you're liking this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe buttons if you haven't already. Number 6, a Corvette in a pool. 2 very unlucky people have died after driving a Corvette into a pool. And while this may seem like a pretty cool stunt, it's actually a pretty dumb way to die. It happened in a backyard in California. The car was speeding at 2 o'clock in the morning with the driver driving recklessly. The driver couldn't take the sharp turn that was coming up, and they ended up smashing through the median, skyrocketed through the air after flying over the curb, and then they landed in the pool. And it was a complete freak accident that there was a pool there at all. Unfortunately for the 3 people in the vehicle, the pool didn't offer much in the way of a cushy landing. A young girl was pronounced dead at the scene, only 21 years old, with a 27-year-old man being taken to the hospital and pronounced dead there. The third person was a 23-year-old female, and she managed to survive while suffering several serious injuries. They probably weren't wearing their seatbelts, and to be quite honest, there were probably a bit of drugs and alcohol involved as well. Number 5, too much oxygen. Something
All right, RIP to those people for sure. But dang, bro, the one that survived shouldn't give everybody the backstory. Let us know what happened. Like, yeah, we was out getting lit, cuz. Like, damn.
Very strange happened to a young boy named Michael Colombini.
Right.
It was 2001, and the young boy needed to get an MRI. MRI is short for magnetic resonance imaging. But something went terribly wrong. A nurse walked into the room with Michael and the MRI machine when she wasn't supposed to. She was carrying an oxygen tank, which became attracted to the activated machine. It was pulled out of her hands and propelled like a missile straight into the circular opening of the MRI. It didn't stop until it smacked Michael in his head, where he lay sedated inside the machine being tested for a brain tumor. The oxygen tank hit him so hard that he died 2 days later from complications. In this case, it was definitely the nurse at fault. She should not have brought in that oxygen tank. The hospital immediately accepted responsibility and offered the family $1 million to settle quietly. They denied that money and took extensive litigation not only against the hospital, but also against 9 others involved, including doctors, a nurse, technicians, the MRI suite administration company, and the MRI manufacturer. The family made understandable claims for wrongful death, pre-death conscious pain and suffering, and punitive damages. And in the end, the family of the boy settled their claim with the hospital, the Winchester Medical Center in Valhalla, and were awarded $2.9 million as compensation. Number 4.
Listen, leave me alone. But sometimes I just like to get dark. Is it worth it? Think about that. Is it worth it for you to lose your child, but you get $2.9 million? Is it worth it? Let me know in the comments. Some people gonna put they child in that MRI scene ASAP up, bro. Let me know down in the comments. 2.9 million. It's like, nigga, get your ass in there.
This next dumb death goes all the way back to the year 1667. Back in the old days, it didn't really allow women to go to college. A girl named Elizabeth Spencer was the only woman at Corpus Christi College in the United Kingdom. She was the daughter of the college master, and she fell in love with one of the students, a young man named James Betts. But they had to keep their love a secret. They regularly had tea together in private. After all, this was the 1600s we're talking about. Affairs back then consisted of little more than tea and maybe a little bit of hand-holding. But here's where the death happened. Elizabeth's father walked in on their little tea time, and just before he opened the door, Elizabeth shoved James into her wardrobe to hide him. She then went away for a little bit with her father, and when she came back, she found that James had suffocated inside the wardrobe while she was gone. She had accidentally murdered the man that she loved, and as if one tragic death wasn't enough, Elizabeth was in such a fit of grief that she tossed herself from the roof of the college. And to this very day, the ghosts of Elizabeth and James are said to stalk those college halls.
Yo, that's
Number 3.
Crazy. That last one, man. Listen, bro. This how I interpreted that. Listen, thoughts are gonna be thoughts, right?
A freak accident has killed a gardener. A businessman drowned in the river after he accidentally lit himself on fire. His name was John Lewis, and his body was discovered in the River Severn in England. But let's back up a bit here. Before John was found dead in the river, he was reported missing by his wife. According to the BBC, his wife had returned home to discover a burned lawnmower, pieces of John's burned clothing, and no trace of her husband. A search was launched, but it took 2 weeks of investigating for the police to finally find his body. They found his body completely naked except for his shoes and his socks, about 1.5 miles upstream. The police were able to put together that he had accidentally set his clothing on fire while trying to light a bonfire in his yard. To put the flames out, John jumped into the nearby river, but he couldn't swim very well. He struggled as he floated off down the river and eventually drowned. That poor guy.
I don't know how long I hit the mic on pause. I'm so sorry. But you guys were able to hear the video, so everything is perfect. So look, this is what I got to say about that last one, bro. He was literally about to have the night of his life. He was home alone, chilling. His wife left. He was like, bro, I ain't got to hear the nagging wife. Nigga, I'm about to light this bonfire, sit by the bonfire, beat my meat, and enjoy my night. And ended up dying. That's insane, bro.
Heads. In Oakland, a man was killed by a flying fire hydrant.
Oh, I'm suing
It
the whole
happened
city.
early on a Thursday evening when the driver of an SUV lost control and struck the fire hydrant with such force that it was dislodged from the sidewalk and sent flying through the air. The fire hydrant weighed 200 pounds, and it hit Humberto Hernandez, a completely innocent 24-year-old bystander who had just been taking a stroll with his wife, right in the back of his head. The fire hydrant actually skipped off his skull and landed about 20 feet away. Hernandez had just purchased flowers and cherries for his wife, and they were on their way to a fancy restaurant. It was supposed to be a perfectly romantic night. But the Ford Escape driving up the street didn't care about anyone's romance. It blew a tire, swerved, and sent that fire hydrant sailing through the air on a path of destruction. Hernandez was pronounced dead at the scene. Eddie Bermudez, a motorcycle officer who investigated the death, said it was a 1,000,000 chance that something like this could even happen.
That's what I'm saying.
The cop said if Hernandez had just been one step ahead or even one step behind where he was on the sidewalk, he wouldn't have got hit at all.
Bro?
Number 1, drugging a hippo.
Laughing.
Dr. Marcus Hoffmeyer is head of...
This is about to be so random, but that's what the reason why I'm laughing is because what are the chances? Literally everything had to line up for that to happen. Humberto, I'm sorry, it was your time to go. But literally, everything had to align for that to happen. You had to be at that same exact place at that same exact time. The person that hit the fire hydrant needed to hit it in the same exact way so it can go in the same trajectory. You see what I'm saying? Everything literally had to align for Humberto to die right there. That's crazy. Mind blown.
Number 1, drugging a hippo. Dr. Marcus Hoffmeyer is head of veterinary services at the famous Kruger National Park in Kenya, Africa. Back in October of last year, the doctor was conducting research on a unique chemical that was to be used for drugging hippopotamuses. The doctor and his team had so far tested the substance on 19 hippos, and all of them have been a success. But the 20th hippo proved to be a problem. After the doctor shot it with a tranquilizing dart, the animal freaked. Instead of falling over like all the other hippos, it rioted. It charged right for the doctor, knocking him over and nearly biting his entire head off with its huge hippo teeth.
Are you mad
In fact,
at the hippo?
that hippo may have killed the doctor if he wasn't yanked out of the way in the nick of time by a researcher named Nico de Bruin, who fought quickly and saved that dog's life. A game ranger was on the scene and had to shoot and kill the hippo to save everyone else. It's regrettable that the hippo had to die, but for our safety's sake, he had to be shot. That poor hippo. After the terrifying incident that almost made the doctor lose his head, he claimed that the tranquilizer dart probably didn't pierce the hippo's thick skin, which is why it managed to stay awake. In this case, that extremely dumb death was averted, but it was definitely a close call.
All right, bro, I hope y'all enjoyed that video. I enjoyed it. I had a great time, man. I mean, if you laughed at this long, you saw I had a great time. Laughing, cracking jokes. Shout out to the gang. I love y'all. That's all I can say. This was a great video. Shout out to the homie for making this video. I'm going to see y'all next time. I'm dropping 3 reactions. They all about to be fire. This is the first one of 3. So if this one's fire, you already know the other one's about to be fire too. Shout out to the gang. See y'all next time. Peace.
Got all the vibes. Yeah, I got all the vibes.